Hello guys, my name is James Wright. I'm here to continue making a Unity game for you. Now, what I need to do is, I figured out a way by watching someone else's tutorial video. I didn't watch the entire tutorial. It was on how to make a first-person camera, but they were using quaternions or something. But that's fine. That's not what I need. All I need to know is about the input, because I do believe there are more axes. Remember how I was using the horizontal and vertical axes? There are more, I think. And I think one of them, I think two of these, are for the mouse X and mouse Y axes. That's what he had in his video. So let's take a look at input get axis. Here we are. Performs a mouse loop. Update on update. Transform.rotate by input get axis mouse X and mouse Y. So yeah, input get axis mouse X mouse Y. Great. So that's it. I'm gonna keep this up. So now I have to go back into my simple move, and I'm gonna have to change a few things. Probably everything about the mouse loop. Just gonna make it simple. Well, not everything, but gotta get rid of last mouse position, all that stuff. It's gonna take a while. Just wanted to say that by basically putting times time dot delta time there, you're making it so that instead of going like two forward per frame, you'd be doing something like two units forward per second. And the reason this works is like time dot delta time is the amount of frames in a second. So if you times by amount of frame, it's the amount of frames per second. Is it the amount of seconds per frame? I think it might be the amount of seconds in a frame. Yeah, it is. Yes, the amount of a second in a frame. So if you times by amount of seconds and divide by amount of frames, you get, like, if you get 2 times a frame, then times by seconds per frame. Never mind. Maybe it's frames per second. Doesn't matter. The point is that the math works out and you end up getting per second. Okay. Also, it is frames per second, so times by the amount of frames per second in a second. And so times by frames divided by seconds, you get per second instead of frame. Yeah. It works out. Anyway, so we don't need this last mouse pause thing. Useless. Because when we lock the mouse, it doesn't work, and when we go to the side of the screen, that doesn't work. So, cam speed, time delta time, gotta remember that. Like, I've got times cam speed. I like that. An idiot. So I had 9 times 9 there. Nice. So control the simple move there. Okay, so there. What am I doing? Layers are freezing. Okay, everything's fine now. Oh, hi guys! You can hear me now. I wasn't talking, was I? That's because... I didn't really say much interesting stuff. I'll repeat myself anyway. My mouse is off the screen. It's basically saying when you times time dot delta time by something, it's basically saying instead of going this many times per frame, it'll go that many times per second. Because times dot delta time is the amount of frames per second. So if you have something divided by frames, in other words 2 per like if I have 2 here and it goes 2 forward every frame, it's like 2 divided by frame. It's 2 per frame. But then if I times by amount of frames and divide by amount of seconds, I'll get per second. I'll get divided by seconds because the frames will cancel each other out. The math works out, okay? And that's why it works. Because in the end, I'm still timesing by 1. Except I get it per second. Am I still timesing by 1? You know what? Forget it. Never mind. I'm really confusing myself now. So we're gonna start again, and we're gonna go mouse dir. Very mouse dir is gonna be a vector 2, and it's gonna equal vector 2, and the first bit is gonna be input dot get access Is there a get access raw? Is there a get access raw for mouse? Because I want to know. Because otherwise I might want to get access raw. Okay. I guess not. Get access, so then mouse X and input dot get access mouse Y. So what this will do is it'll get the amount that it'll get the input of the mouse, just the mouse itself, not the cursor, none of that, but just the input of the mouse itself. And it'll just get the input of the mouse itself, and it will use that, and it will put the delta of how I move the mouse from the input of the mouse. It'll put the x value of that into the x coordinate of the vector, and the y into the y, and the y coordinate of the mouse movement into the y coordinate of the vector. So I'm storing the mouse movements now in a vector to make it easier for me. I don't have to, but it makes things easier. So now, as before, we have var. No, we don't have var. What do we have? We have transform dot rotate, and we want to rotate along the up axis. We want to have by mouse. We want to rotate by mouse stir in the x direction times by the around the up direction. So times that by vector 3 dot up, and that should rotate around the up direction. Now let's see if this works. But I've missed some semicolons, to be expected. So now let's get this working. Stop it. Don't do stuff like that. Ready? I am moving left and right. It's great. Now, of course, the actual movement itself is not relative, and this is quite slow. I can fix that. Because I'm only moving by the mouse itself. It turns out that getting just raw input is a lot slower than getting the difference between input and output of mouse movements, because that takes all the pixels into account. I'm not sure what this takes into account. Perhaps it smooths it. Perhaps what happens is get access limits it to just 1 or 0 in each direction, -1 to 1 in each direction. Perhaps if I put get raw access, I might get a bit more of the raw mouse speed. But get raw access is not. Oh yeah, of course, get raw access is not a member of input. It's get access roar. Roar. Opening file failed. That is fine. Cancel. I'm gonna end the episode here, guys. We'll test next time.